Late at night, when the world feels silent and heavy, I found myself slipping inside an empty church. The city outside was hushed, the streets glistening with rain, and every step I took echoed in the stillness. There was something about the darkness and the quiet that made the church feel like a sanctuary, a place set apart from the noise and demands of the day. The pews were cold, and rain tapped quietly against the stained glass windows, painting the walls with shifting colors. Each droplet seemed to carry a story, a memory, a prayer. The colors danced across the old stone, and for a moment I felt like I was inside a living painting, one that understood sorrow and hope in equal measure. I wasn't here to impress anyone, or to say perfect prayers, just to sit, just to ache. The silence was thick, but it didn't feel empty. It felt honest, like the church itself was holding space for my pain. My hands were clenched tight, knuckles white, whispering words I didn't even know I remembered. My voice cracked in the hush, and honestly, I didn't know if anyone or even God was listening. I let the words tumble out, raw and unfiltered, because there was no one to judge, no one to interrupt. There's something raw about those moments, when you drop the mask and show up with nothing but pain. It's terrifying, but it's also freeing. For once, I didn't have to pretend to be okay. I could just be broken, tired, and real. I cried until my body was empty. Tears I'd held in for weeks just fell. Each tear felt like a release, a letting go of burdens I'd carried alone for too long. The church didn't judge my tears. It simply received them quietly, patiently. And for the first time, I didn't feel ignored. I didn't feel invisible. In that vast, echoing space, I felt seen, not by people, but by something greater, something gentle and kind. There's a line from the Psalms that hit me right then. "The Lord has heard my weeping." I read it over and over, letting the words sink in. It was as if those ancient verses were written for nights exactly like this, for hearts exactly like mine. Every tear, every shaky breath wasn't wasted. They were noticed, gathered up, and somehow, in the quiet, I started to believe that my pain mattered. I started to believe that maybe heaven collects the tears we think are lost. That maybe, in the silence, our pain is transformed into something sacred, something that connects us to every other soul who's ever wept in the dark. Maybe pain isn't proof that you're abandoned, but proof that you're being heard. Maybe it's a sign that you're still alive, still reaching, still hoping for something better. God didn't answer me with thunder or flashing miracles. No voices from above, no sudden solutions. Just the gentle presence of peace, settling in the quiet. Just peace. A quiet that settled in my chest where the storm had been. It wasn't dramatic, but it was real. It was enough to remind me that healing doesn't always come in grand gestures. It often arrives softly, like a whisper in the night. And sometimes, peace is all I needed. Not all the answers. Not a roadmap for tomorrow. Just a gentle sense that I could keep going, because I wasn't alone in the darkness. That small, quiet hope was enough to carry me through the night. So if you find yourself in that empty pew, or on your bedroom floor, wondering if your tears matter, know this: you're not ignored. Your pain is seen, and peace, even in the smallest dose, is a gift. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply show up and let yourself be real. Tonight, that was enough for me. And maybe, just maybe, it will be enough for you too.